Hello and welcome to On eBoard's Tech Topic, episode 87 with 3 tips in 10 minutes. The first tip we have this week is from Nina, and she's going to show how to turn slides into a video.
Global challenges require individual contributions due to the vast scale of planetary monitoring. Shared responsibility and the absence of borders drive the need for public participation. Critical environmental data recorded by citizens for scientific databases help professionals identify key patterns in plant and animal population trends. Diverse programs throughout the year enable public involvement in atmospheric, geological, and space research. Human observers often outperform artificial intelligence in complex classification tasks. Global environmental challenges are best addressed by individual contributions, as there are not enough professionals to cover the planet's vast, largely unexplored surface. Modern connectivity and smartphones make it increasingly easy for individuals to retrieve information and participate in scientific research. The Artemis mission served as a reminder of our shared responsibility for the planet and the absence of visible borders. Participating in conservation efforts and collecting data are accessible ways for the public to help fill information gaps. By using mobile devices to record data such as plant surveys, geographic coordinates, and environmental conditions, citizens can contribute valuable information to large databases. These datasets allow professionals to identify patterns regarding plant and animal population trends. Earth Day serves as an opportunity to unify people around a shared love for the planet. Additionally, the month of April is designated as Active Science Month, a collaboration by NASA and the National Environmental Education Foundation that encourages public involvement in science. There are numerous citizen science projects available throughout the year, with resources provided to help individuals find and participate in them. Winter activities include bird counts for census data, which have helped inform policies such as reducing lighting in tall buildings during migration. Other year-round options include the eBird app for bird observations. Summer activities may include Frog Watch, where participants monitor wetlands, while autumn options include chronologing landscape changes or using Nature's Notebook. Coastal residents can assist with programs such as Crowd Hydrology, Beach Watch, and ICOS to monitor erosion, pollution, and wildlife populations. Residents of urban areas can also assist with mapping urban heat islands. Furthermore, citizen scientists have contributed to peer-reviewed publications by tracking orbital debris and searching for life outside our solar system. Human observers have been noted to outperform artificial intelligence algorithms in tasks such as classifying galaxies and identifying light dips that indicate the presence of exoplanets. This overview is delivered by Bob Danley for Onboard. Follow Onboard for more tips like this.
Thank you, Nina. I just wanted to note that this update, your tip is to start with a Google Slides slide deck, which Bob had for our Earth Day episode, and then you can use that to create a video like you just demonstrated. The tips for the exact steps you follow for doing that will be in the recap on our news site. So the second tip is from me, and this is how you can use one of the AI remix tools in Google Photos to generate a professional looking business headshot. Google Photos has a suite of generative AI tools. Most of the creative tools are just for fun, but there are some options for photorealistic images, including creating a business headshot. These tools are available in the Photos mobile app, but if you use a Chromebook, you can also install the Google Photos app on your device and use it there. That's what my screenshots are from. In the Google Photos app, click the plus icon at top right and choose the option to remix images. On the remix screen, click the photorealistic filter. Scroll through the options until you find Create a Professional Headshot and tap that. You can then add a photo of yourself. As the instructions say, a photo that clearly shows your face works best. Tap the option to select a photo, and then you can select a photo from your Google Photos library. If you have face groups turned on, you can filter for pictures of yourself. Then tap Generate. Now, I picked a photo that wasn't my best selfie. If you start with a better photo, you're more likely to get a good result. If you don't like the output, you can have it regenerate the image. When you're happy with it, you can save it or share it. It's pretty decent, but conservative. Most business headshots I see don't have an office in the background, and the subjects don't necessarily wear a suit. I'll note that this looks much more realistically like me than some of the other Google Photos remix images I've created. But as it says, results may be unexpected. It works in a pinch if you need a professional-looking photograph. There are generation limits, which depend on whether your Google account has an AI subscription plan and which subscription plan. You must be at least 18 years old and using a personal Google account. And the AI features aren't available in all regions. All right, so that was a pretty simple tip. Again, in our recap publication, we'll have the step-by-step instructions, and this is something that you can easily try if it's available for your account. Give it a shot and see what it looks like. Bob, what's your tip for this week?
Oh, okay. My tip is how to generate alt text and or descriptive imagery uploaded to a social media post. And let me get this slide thing going here. Let me see if I can do this correctly. Okay. Is that full screen for you folks right now, Peggy?
Can you make it full screen? Yeah, if you switch to presenter view, yeah, click the arrow.
Oh yeah, there you go. Okay. I think I got it now. What does that look like? Okay. Good. All right. So let's say, I'm in wildlife photography and I've got a bunch of photos that I want to put on social media to educate or entertain folks. And part of the real challenge of doing this kind of work is that you need to supply some kind of descriptor, context, and or alt text for people with sight disabilities or for added information. So this first slide shows a current post that I have on BlueSky for a specific wildflower called the large fruit desert parsley. And what I did was the simplest and easiest and quickest way to get AI to help you to do alt text and or descriptors is to just export the file, the imagery to NotebookLM. But before you do so, make sure that you size it to whatever you want. I sized them to 1920 by 1080. And then you can see that in the black box there that there's 4 photos as the source material for NotebookLM. And I named them the files according to what species they were and what the purpose of the image was, basically. And then I just had a chat with Notebook, and I said, hey, I want some guidance. I'm going to give you some guidance. I want you to create some alt text for me. And immediately Notebook went to work, and in a mere seconds, it created these 4 paragraphs, each fitting a specific slide. And the beauty of this is that the NotebookLM only looks at the slide, what's in the slide, and that's perfect for alt text because alt text is basically just describing what the photo is. So it's perfect. All I needed to do after the NotebookLM created this was copy it and then embed it into the actual photo. And when people click on to get the full size image, the alt text appears at the bottom, as you can see. This is a top waterworks hill in Missoula, Montana, and that's the specific wildflower there in front. And you can see that the description pretty much matches with what you see. Pretty cool and very fast. But it doesn't stop there. NotebookLM in the chat, it wants to be extremely helpful. The blue box highlights the initial descriptor of all 4 photos, but it also offered to say that, hey man, I can create more product for you. That red box in the bottom says that, hey, I could do an audio overview or video overview or a slide deck. And so I was curious to see that, hey, these are visuals. Maybe it can create some really cool video. And so what I did is I went to the studio aspect of NotebookLM, clicked on video overview. It took a while, but then it created in the blue box this video entitled Beyond the Bloom, the Trade-Off of Botanical Identification. And they created a 5-minute and 51-second video outlining the 4 steps in identifying this wildflower. So without going there, because it's going to be long and difficult to follow, I just got a screenshot here. It created some really high quality illustration along with narrative. There's the embedded link in case you want to go there, or go to my BlueSky account and you'd actually click on that hyperlink. But it added great value because I can embed it in my social media posts and people can get additional information or entertainment just by doing so. So it's something, again, that's really quick, down and dirty, but really helpful for that person trying to put out a lot of information. And sometimes you don't have the time or expertise to go through all the media that's involved. You let AI help you.
That's great. I think a lot of people feel like they don't have the time to make those descriptions for their images and they just don't add them. So this is a great way to make that a little bit easier to do.
Absolutely, Peggy. In fact, if you go on to a lot of social media sites, click on alt text, you'll find that the descriptor or the actual wordage that they put in there is really sparse and isn't really very good. But this is most excellent. Everybody should take advantage of this. Yes.
So those are our 3 tips for this week. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's good to see Geraldine and Andrew in the chat. We love you guys. And we will see you again next week.
Bye-bye.